Hello and welcome to my video all about how to color pool in Photoshop. So I'm looking at my desktop and I've already selected the photo that I would like to color pool. So this is what we have here. I'm calling it my travel pic, and we have this beautiful lake here and our model who's wearing this bright red dress. So this will be an awesome thing to color pool because it's such a vivid moment in this photo. So the first thing that we need to do is open up our Photoshop application. So we'll go to open and we're going to go to our desktop and find this travel pic. So let's open that up. When we are looking at Photoshop, we can see on the left hand side here we have all of our tools. These are the things that we're going to use to color pool. And then on the right side here we have another toolbar. It shows our layers down here. So we're starting with just our background layer, and then we have colors and things like that. The first tool that we will need to find is called our magnetic lasso tool. So it's the third one down. If we hold and click, we'll see we have three options. We want the magnetic lasso tool because it makes it easy to distinguish between colors and hold on to something. So if I hold down on Control Plus, I can zoom in. What I'm going to do is make one anchor point, and then as I just move my mouse along the edge, it finds the red, and see how the magnetic falls to it. But if I stray too far away, it loses it. So I need to backtrack by moving my mouse back and hitting the delete button at the same time. If your clicker ever cannot find the color, all you need to do is click with your mouse and you can force an anchor point down. To move my tool around the screen, I am simply dragging my arrow key, or I'm simply dragging my cursor, where I want it to go, and it will slowly move the photo down. You may need to zoom in on parts that are hard to see or click on so you can have a better cutout. And then what I'm going to do is simply work my way all the way around her red dress. Let's click there. Now this is where it's going to get a little bit tricky because of her hair. So what I'm going to do is zoom in a little bit farther so I can see better and come around, and my tool is doing a pretty good job of finding the edge. And it doesn't have to be perfect either. When we get back to the end, what we're going to do is click our anchor point to connect it. And let's zoom back out so we can see everything inside of her dress around her hair is selected. So right now what this means is that the dress itself is selected, but what we want is for everything around her dress to be selected. So if we look up, we see our file button, and what we need to click is go to layer. We need to go to select, and then we need to click here on inverse. You'll see now there's a straight bar going all the way around the frame. So that means that all the space around her has now been selected. Next, what's really easy, we'll go up to our image tab and we'll find adjustments, and all we're going to do is click black and white. Boom, it's done. And on the side here you see you can adjust your levels, so you can make it deeper if you would like it. You can bring in the shadows, things like that. I kind of like how that worked. So once I'm happy with it, I'm going to click OK. And now we're good. To get rid of your selection here, all we need to do is go to select and then go to deselect, and it's back to normal. As we can see, her arm is still in color, so there's one more thing I'd like to do before we're done. We're going to Control plus to zoom in. We still have our magnetic lasso tool selected, but this time we are going to circle around her arm. So once we make an anchor point there, and when we get back to the edge, you see a circle pop up. So there's nothing, and now the circle, that's how you know you're connected. You click, it's selected, but this time instead of inversing, what we're gonna do is simply go up to Image, Adjustments, and hit black and white. And now her arm is in black and white as well. And click OK. So the reason we don't inverse this time is because we actually want what we selected to turn black and white. We don't want what's around it to turn black and white, because then the dress would suddenly not be in color anymore. Once you are all finished and you are happy with it, you go to File, you go to Save As, and we're going to name this what we want. Let's call this our Travel Pick Color Pool. I want to put it on my desktop. I'd like to save it as a JPEG, although you see there are many options depending on what you're looking for. And then I simply hit save. And that is how to color pool in Photoshop.